Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever the heck time it is in your neck of the woods. My name is Stephen D. Comics, and by the time of this video's uploading, it's my 3-year anniversary of VTubing. And what a 3 years it's been. Streaming, making a countdown video, switching to Let's Play videos, making occasional highlight videos, finally starting the massive webcomic project of my dreams. With all the craziness I got going on, it's difficult to be able to do anything special for times like this, even with preparations. Working a full-time job outside of this can do that to an entertainer. But something I couldn't help but realize. To all of my YouTube followers and viewers, did any of you know I have mascot characters? To be fair, I only talked about them for like 1 or 2 streams, and I only have the 1 lore video pilot. All the other updates I have for my mascot characters was previously on Twitter and Instagram, and currently on Blue Sky and Tumblr. So, since I don't have anything better to do for this milestone, and most if not all of you didn't catch it the first time I introduced them, let's talk about my mascot characters. Introducing the Snack Bois. Originally, they were simply snack food characters I drew for my break screen as a jab at the let's all go to the lobby bit from old movie theaters. But over time, I grew to really like the idea of making a bunch of different food characters with different personalities and gags. Plus, while most other VTubers are content with just a single design style for mascots, I thought it'd be fun to make a whole bunch of different mascots to set myself apart. So I made these 3 into official characters in the Stephen D. Comics lore, I guess? Technically? And then I made a bunch of others. For the sake of stretching this idea out as much as I can, and because there are quite a few of these, let's start with some of the earlier Snack Bois. Since this whole idea was kickstarted by a movie theater reference, then of course our first Snack Boy is going to be popcorn themed. So let's start off with Poppy the Popcorn. They're admittedly not the brightest bag in the concession stand. They're also a bit messy, so ushers need to be wary of that. Most important to note for anyone having sudden cravings is that Poppy is unbuttered and unsalted, which, as everyone knows, is considered unsafe to eat by the FDA. Do not fact check me on this, I will cry. Dr. Wombat can attest to this. Want some extra treats for your movie experience but don't want to pay exorbitant prices for them at the theater? Then I think a snack boy like Malty the Malt Ball Candy is your guy. They may be hard, but they're sweet deep down, though they are a bit of a trickster. Or, given the accent that I have in mind for them, a bit of a wise guy. And if you're wondering whether I would eat them, since Poppy is out of the question, coconut. Enough said. And now, for a snack boy I'm sure all of you have been curious about since seeing my break screen for the first time, Sippy the Soda Drink Cup. They got trust issues, though I can't imagine why. And, as you can see, they're a bit cowardly. Again, it's a real mystery. But the bigger mystery is the contents of this drink cup. No one knows what they're filled with. Water, juice, absinthe, whatever it is, it's very addicting. Would you care for a sip of Sippy? Okay, so this next one is a personal favorite of mine. Cookie the, well, Cookie. Clever name, I know. They're a real sweet talker, I tell you what. But look out, they may look like chocolate chip, but they're actually oatmeal raisin. What other lies have they been telling us? I don't trust this fighter, that's all I'm saying. Nothing quite says summer fun like taking advantage of seasonal opportunities to make some extra cash. Well, that's the philosophy of Creamy the ice cream treat in any case. They fancy themselves being quite business savvy, though I kinda doubt that since they have a history of making rash decisions in the summer heat, as fingers in many pies, winky face. But considering how dangerous some of those pies can be, they may be at risk of melting in all that heat. Now for someone a little harder to chew, we have Candy the Candy Bar. They're a real ask questions later kind of treat, though that's even if they have the patience to ask at all. Not only are they packed with nuts, they're also packing heat. Hope you don't have any allergies. Okay, this one's a bit of a stretch, but I liked the packed with nuts and heat bit, and I kinda need to have one of these old school black and white cartoon characters rocking a Tommy gun, so I'm rolling with it. And to wrap up today, we're gonna leave with one to really think about. Meet Weenie the Hot Dog. As you can see, they're barely hanging on. And that's because they know exactly what they're made of. No delusions, no cartoony ignorance of how this zany world works. They know how the sausage gets made, and they have to live with it. That smile of theirs, fake. That's a fake smile. My very existence is an affront to God. Okay, I think that should do just fine for a first volume. Be sure to keep an eye out for more Snack Boy introductions coming soon. And if you haven't already, check out my other socials to get a look at them sooner. Or check out my original webcomic, A Familiar World, at the official website. Oh yeah, and my VTubing stuff, I do that too. Let's Plays upload every weekend from Friday through Monday. Check those out too if you got the time. That should do for me, so until next time, see ya! Oh, and for anyone bothered by my use of gender-neutral pronouns for a bunch of cartoon food items, calling it woke, or any complaint like that, cry about it, loser.